I moved within 2 weeks, changed homes, relocated to a larger, more modern home in View Park. It was a short sale due to divorce and pending bankruptcy. Tommie sold my old furniture online. I started over. The living room was decorated with family photos. The largest photo was of the McBroom daughters and our parents, that one over 2 decades old. The 4,000-square-foot home had plantation shutters on all the windows, so no one could see inside. I had 2 deadbolts on all entry doors and burglar bars installed in the floors, the New York style that lifted up and fit snug underneath the doorknob, making it impossible to kick a front door down. My alarm was set so all lights would flash and the house would scream loud enough to wake everything living and dead from my home to Denver, Colorado. I could breathe again. I felt safe. There was nothing there to remind me of Franklin. Another week went by. Another Sunday morning came, and we continued training for the race. By 6:15, the parking lot on the Bank of America side of the Baldwin Hills Crenshaw Mall was filled with cars. We were adults, but we were men and women, and more than a few relationships or affairs had taken place out here. People run together for hours, talk for hours, and become intimate in that way. Eventually, many fall into bed, despite wedding rings or other promises. A lot of good-looking men were there, but I had avoided that trap. Those men were typical men, flirting with the younger, flat-bellied sisters in colorful spandex and runners' ponytails. Most of the sisters wore "Black Girls Run" T-shirts. Tommie and Livvy moved from person to person, hugging and chatting, all smiles. I had ridden with Tommie, and I did the same. Acted like there were no demons battling for first place inside my head. I pretended that 200 calls hadn't come from Mrs. Crazy in the last 24 hours. A handsome brother came over and stopped near me. He had on black running shorts and a yellow tee with the timely phrase, "I can't breathe," in blood-red letters. I'd never seen him before. We made eye contact. He grinned at me like he knew me, waved, came in my direction. That scared me. He said, "Didn't you used to have dreadlocks?" I adjusted the scarf over my head and nodded. "Yeah, I did." "Wow, this is a trip. It is you." "Well, I'm usually me, so yeah, from my perspective, it's me." "Nice to finally run into you again." "Sorry, but I think you have me confused with someone else." "Weren't you at the Peachtree Road race in ATL the last 4th of July?" "Yeah, well, I went with most of the people out here today. We pretty much took over a Delta flight." "Hold on, there were over 50,000 people out in that wretched slave heat and humidity. You actually noticed me down there?" "You were with that sister over there." "There were 3 of you, actually." "That tall sister is my youngest sister. The shortest sister near her is our middle sister." "I think all 3 of you were arguing." "That's how we communicate." "I'm Daniel Madison." I told him my full name, then asked, "How'd you end up out here with us today?" He'd heard about our group and joined online. There were more than a few African-American running groups in Los Angeles. He tried to chat, but I wasn't down with being uber polite that early in the morning. And just as I was about to excuse myself from the lollygagging, Franklin called. I answered as I walked away from the weekend warriors. Franklin asked, "Who is that guy you're talking to? Is that the new boyfriend?" I hung up and looked around. Then I saw his car. He was exiting the parking lot, headed out on Crenshaw in the direction of I-10. He had been sitting there and waiting for me to show up. He had wanted to get a glimpse of me. He had wanted to get under my skin. Daniel grinned at me. He was near Dr. Shelby, Dr. Deborah, and a few others who'd run these hills with us this season. Daniel had a nice chest and arms, was toned, under 6 feet tall, and sounded like Harvard and all things successful. He looked like a brand new heartbreak waiting to happen. It was still too soon. I was a woman with the needs of a woman, but I was still nursing an open wound. I moved my eyes away from him and jogged over to Tommie. She was on the phone being flirtatious. I said, "Tell Blue I said good morning." "I'm not talking to Blue." "Who is that?" "Do you mind?" She walked away.